usually go above the 3 hammer mark.
Okay, cool.
3 can go either way, right? Like,
3,
you're not really sure.
You don't necessarily have to go to the theater for a 3. Just keep that in mind. But it might be worth a watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this. It's a true story.
Yeah, and it's based on a true story, appropriately named. And this is a fascinating tale of a disgraced New York Times journalist by the name of Michael Finkel, played here by Jonah Hill. And he found out that an accused killer by the name of Christian Longo, played by James Franco, was actually using his name as an alias. So when they picked up Longo, played by Franco in Mexico, he was pretending to be Finkel. So Jonah Hill, when he heard about this, he said, "Why is this guy pretending to be me? I have to meet him." And then a psychological cat and mouse game kind of started ensuing between the two of them.
This sounds intriguing.
Yes, have a look.
I want to tell you my side of this. Only you.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime story. Don't you see this as a second chance?
Hello?
Jill, hey. It's nice to meet you.
Chris?
You know, Mike, he's been a real friend to me. I just hoped that we could be friends, too.
I believe we're dealing with an exceptionally dangerous man.
You had a choice of so many
There you go.
stories to tell.
It's kind of freaking me out already, but I want to watch it. It kind of has that House of Cards sort of vibe to it.
It does, and that's the thing. It's meticulously shot and beautifully lit, so the production design is absolutely stunning. So it's always interesting to look at. Felicity Jones, also, who was great in The Theory of Everything, plays Hill's wife in this film, and she's quite formidable as well. The problem, though, with the trailer is that it makes it seem way more like a thriller than it really is, because a lot of the movie is this. It's the two of them talking, it gets repetitive, and as a result, because of the nature of the story, because it was quite a grisly crime that Longo was accused of, it gets very dreary and repetitive. But Jonah Hill and James Franco, two guys known for their wacky humor and often sort of outlandish roles, are solid. They really anchor this movie and show some real dramatic heft when it comes to their roles, respectively. Unfortunately, though, the movie doesn't quite capitalize on this great build-up, and the results are often inconsequential, but it's absolutely beautiful to look at.
It kind of makes me crazy when I go to a movie and there are a whole bunch of things that I've sort of sunk my teeth into and made sure I remembered and noted, and then they don't get resolved. Is that one of these things here? Did things come together? Is it a Hollywood twist ending, or is it
there's
true
no
story,
twist? No.
True story all the way through.
That's sort of the problem, and that's where this movie may have worked better as a documentary. There's not quite enough sort of dramatic payoff to warrant all of this tension, because essentially it did just come down to these two guys and their relationship, and a lot of these conversations they had in jail and things like that. But still an interesting flick, a fascinating story, and 2 great performances here.
And how many hammers?
3 out of 5.
So we might want to watch this one, but not necessarily in the theater. Or is it one that it's so beautifully shot you should see it in the theater?
Not necessarily. You could probably wait for on demand or Blu-ray or what have you, but you might not have to rush out. Unless you're huge fans of these guys and you're looking for a real good crime drama, then you might be paying the money at the theaters.
All right, true story from Thor Die Cow.
There you go.